So if you haven't been living under a rock for the past 5 months, you would know about this game called Friday Night Funkin'. And most of your favorite YouTubers have probably played it already. And I don't blame them, the game is actually really fun. Like, I think I was playing the game since like week 1 and week 2 were the only ones available. And you know, if you've seen the game, you would know that the game is still in development and is still getting updates. Which kind of led me to making this video about my top 5 things I want to see in the final version of Friday Night Funkin'. And before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe down there, it helps me out a lot and helps the channel. And let me know in the comments down below if anything I say on my list right now is something you want in the game as well, or maybe you have something different that you want into the game. And yeah, let's just get right into the video. So the first thing I want to see in the final version of Friday Night Funkin' is a settings menu. And you know, this one is probably more likely than the other ones because most games today, if not all of them, have a settings menu. And if Friday Night Funkin' had a settings menu, the game would be 10 times better than it already is right now. Because one of the things I want to see in the settings menu is a way to change your controls on keyboard. Because right now there is no settings menu at all. They only give you the option to play with either WASD or the arrow keys, right? And some people probably don't really want to play like that. Some people might play in a different way. So, you know, having an option to change your controls on keyboard would just be really beneficial for everyone. And another thing I want to see in the settings menu, if they can do it, is a way to play with controller. Because if you could play with controller on Friday Night Funkin', it might be kind of cool. Because, you know, imagine you're playing the game and you're using the controller. It would kind of feel like Parappa the Rapper. And, you know, that would be kind of a cool experience to, like, you know, play. But the last thing I mostly want to see in the settings menu, or actually 2 things I mostly want to see in the settings menu, is a full screen option and an option to change your FPS cap. And you know, the full screen one is kind of self-explanatory because, you know, if the game had full screen, the game would look 10 times better than it already does right now. Because the game right now, if you download it and you try to full screen it, it's not really full screen. It like covers your entire screen, but like there are black bars on the side, and you know, it doesn't look as nice as it would covering your entire screen. So, you know, that would be kind of nice to see, but I mostly want to see an FPS cap option because the game right now is capped at 65 or 64, I believe, if you download it from the website. And you know, if you play it on Newgrounds, the game like caps at whatever your monitor refresh rate is. And you know, if that was implemented into the full version of the game, then it will once again look 10 times better than it already does. And that's mostly why I kind of want a settings menu. Oh, and this is another minor thing, and I'm not going to get too into it, but I also want to see an arcade mode in the game, because you know, fighting games have an arcade mode, right? And I know it's kind of weird for me to compare a fighting game to a rhythm game, right? But just hear me out for this, right? So imagine, right, you're in arcade mode, right? And you've been playing songs for a good hour or 2, right? And you just get to one song in particular, right? And the song is just impossible, bro. Like, you're just trying to play the song and like you can barely play the song, right? Like, who wouldn't want to play Friday Night Funkin' songs over and over again? Like, did you hear the music in the game? Also, another thing I want to see is an easier way to take in and take out mods, because right now some mods require you to replace files in the game, and you know, once those files are replaced, they're like gone or either gone to your trash can in your computer, right? And you know, sometimes I want to play the base version of the game and I don't really want to play with the mods, and it just kind of makes it more difficult because sometimes you have to go back to the website you downloaded the game from, re-download it so you can have the original assets of the game, or go through your trash can and find the original assets. So you know, that kind of gets annoying for people who have like a bunch of things in their trash can or who clean it out like every minute. But there is an easy way to do this, and that is by adding the game to Steam, right? Because in Steam they have something called the workshop, right? And if you've seen Gmod, right, you would know about the workshop and how it works. But usually you would just download something and it would just go instantly into your game, and it wouldn't replace anything of the base game. It would just add on to it. That's why they're called add-ons. So, you know, that would like be beneficial for everyone, and that would be beneficial for the people who want to play the base game as well as mods, and who want to enable it and disable it at any time. Also, one other thing I would really like to see in the final product of the game is a level maker. And you know, I would kind of like this to be like how Osu has their beat map maker, as to where you can just make your own map for the game and, you know, make it go along with some music that you have and just upload it to the internet for people to play. And you know, I would really like that in Friday Night Funkin' because so far a bunch of people have already been doing that, and I think everyone can technically do it because you can just go into the debug menu. But I kind of want it to where it's super simple to do. Like, if everyone could make their own levels for record the game and upload it to the internet for everyone to play, like this game could like live on for like years to come. Oh, and one of the big main things that I want to see in the final version of the game is a local and online multiplayer mode. Like, bro, imagine you and your friend challenging each other in Friday Night Funkin'. Like, bro, the possibilities are endless with that. But keep this in mind, right? That there is technically already local multiplayer in Friday Night Funkin'. It's just that you have to do it through a mod. And, you know, the mod actually works pretty well. It's actually a really good mod. But the thing is, right, I personally want to play online multiplayer. And in order to do that with the mod, you have to do it through Parsec. But no one really wants to do all that. Come on now. So having it in the game itself would just be 10 times easier. And also having online multiplayer would probably bring a bunch of people into the game. Like, people could download the game and play with a bunch of their friends and an online multiplayer mode. Like, going against your friends in Friday Night Funkin' would be the funnest thing ever. Also, imagine if they added something where you can like do team battles and you and your friends could be going against someone else. And like, bro, the possibilities are just endless, bro. But it also could bring a competitive scene to Friday Night Funkin'. Like, just imagine a bunch of people going to a tournament to play Friday Night Funkin' and playing the game for cash. Like, this would be so cool if they added this into the final game. But you know, I don't make games, so I don't know how hard it is or how easy it is to get these things into the final version of the game. But you know, developers, if you're watching this, hi, I really like your game. Can we get these things in the final version of the game, please? Thank you. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please click that red subscribe button. It really helps me out a lot and it supports the channel. And thank you for watching. And remember to play Friday Night Funkin'. It's a really good game and you should really try it.